Alright, thank you for joining me for this little Street Fighter tidbit. I know there's a lot of stuff already going on the internet about it. Actually, it's been going on for, what, about 2 weeks now. I'm a pretty big fan of Street Fighter. I'm no good at it, as a disclosure here. But I just wanted to reaffirm what most people have probably heard about it, is that what's here is a really good game. If you like Street Fighter, if you love Street Fighter, you might want to go out and pick it up. But if you're on the fence about it, I would wait. Eventually, this could be a really great game. But unfortunately, as you can see, some things are grayed out. The shop, which is a pretty big important part, seeing as this game is supposed to be based off microtransactions to get you costumes and extra characters. Challenges, I'm really disappointed aren't there, because as kind of a noob fighter in Street Fighter V, I think it would really help me out a bit. But so you've got story mode here. Story. And of course each character has a story. I've completed them all. But I'll just go and show you. So there are only 3 fights in Ryu's story. Only 3 fights in Ken's. There's some with a few more. I think no, Vega is not one of them. I know for sure Laura is. Laura has 4. So they... Yeah, most everybody else is 3. Oh, Fang only adds 2. That's great. Best story ever. And of course, as most people already know, the cutscenes that take place in it are storyboards. The art is okay, but really... wow, I mean, it's not going to be until June until those are replaced with CG, which is so strange. You do have a tutorial that it pretty much throws you into when you first boot up the game. It's fairly nice for beginners. Unfortunately, I don't have any... Well, I guess we could show a little bit of video of it. It takes you through the pretty basic stuff as Ryu. Go ahead and skip that. I'm sure everybody doesn't really care about Ryu and Ken. Everybody, I think, knows, hopefully, if you're watching this video, that they're rivals. A little bit of loading time. The game looks overall really, really good. It runs really, really smooth. The one thing that I have to say I'm kind of graphically I'm disappointed in is, and maybe you've already seen this video, is the shading on the characters. It kind of looks strange sometimes. So, move closer to Ken. Success! I did it! Yes! Alright, jump over Ken's head. 3. You gotta do it 4 times. Oh, man! Oh, I gotta jump over his head while he's Hadoukening. Alright, yeah. Yeah! Ryu's proud of himself. He jumped over that fireball. So... I mean, as you can see, fairly straightforward. It doesn't give you any tips about combos. It tells you how to use the V meter. That's about it. So go back to the main menu. And much like Street Fighter 4, you can turn the settings on to where you're on standby mode, waiting for people to hit you up to fight. Of course, there's your standards versus mode. Survival mode's the closest thing you're going to come to as far as an arcade mode's concerned, unfortunately. It's another big disappointment is that there's no quarter mode. That was kind of my favorite thing to practice, was just to bump up the CPU and go in for practice. Training is not what you think it is. I thought it would be a set of kind of like challenges. It's not. It's just practice. You can practice against the CPU infinitely. So, I mean, it's a good place just to kind of test out some moves and stuff. But as far as learning combos and the whole systems of the game, it doesn't get you much. Of course, you got Capcom Fighters Network. This is all about just viewing games. And then Battle Lounge is another thing I'm very disappointed in. I don't have any friends that bought this game. Most of my Street Fighter buddies actually play on Xbox, so they're kind of disappointed in this whole... They have PlayStations, but they kind of just want to stick with Xbox. But here's the big disappointing thing. So, I can some pretty beefy settings. Number of rounds, time, first to 1, first to 2, first to 3, blah blah blah. Characters like on or off. If you leave it off, then as you can see in the right-hand side, Chun-Li is my default favorite character. I just recently switched her. I'm no good with her, but she's considered one of the top tier. I actually like to use Bison, as you can see my Hell on Earth title. Hardware settings, you can choose if you only want to play on PS4 or PC. You can't choose just PC. But this game is crossplay, which is interesting, which is cool. I'm kind of glad they did that. I haven't found any kind of unfairities in the versions. So here's the thing. Your password and your comment. So I'm just gonna create one to show everybody. It's gonna let me. Now, as you can see, there's only one slot. So let's assume that I did have a lot of friends that played this game by some chance, then we couldn't all party up into a lobby and take turns. To me, that's really disappointing. I know Street Fighter is like a one-on-one game, but you know, being in the age of the internet, it's just really strange that that is not there. Very disappointing. Ranked match, very straightforward. You can once again choose hardware settings, connection status, which is very nice. So, battle settings show a little bit of this. Favorite character, very quick select, which is very nice, convenient. But sometimes I forget who I've chosen, and I end up starting a match with someone I didn't want to play as. But usually, M. Bison's my kind of go-to guy, or rather Vega here in Japan. So you gotta pick some titles. Most of mine are with Ryu and Ken and Bison. Fighter profile design, I really have no idea what really that does. And then of course you have casual match. So I'm gonna play a ranked match to show you how horrible I am at this game, but also to show you how quickly this goes. Sometimes it's really good, sometimes it'll find a match fairly quickly. But more often than not, I waited an average of a couple of minutes. Before creating this video, I played one match with Chun-Li, and it took me almost 3 minutes to find a casual match. Usually ranked matches a little bit faster. I think that's what a lot of people are focusing on right now. Just for practice, because in ranked match, it's been a while since I played Street Fighter 4, but I think it's the same system where if you win, you get points, and if you lose points of your ranking. Just not your ranking number, but an overall figure that you get for winning or losing. So I'm kind of at an even ratio right now. Finally, we found a match after probably what was about a minute or so. I'll check the time after this video is finished. I think the voice is very reminiscent of Marvel vs. Capcom as well. So it's just going to throw me right into the game with this person. It will do like a pop-up of the versus screen here, and then it'll just throw us in the match. So what do you know, Ryu. And I'm fighting with a dude that's playing on PC. You can see the PC next to his title. And he's level 0, so he's not played this game at all. So maybe I'm gonna get lucky and win a match. Maybe. He's probably like super pro. Back in the US, I had a Hori fighting pad. Unfortunately, I'm just using the controller. I don't know if I ever really have a preference or not, but if I'm going to play a fighting game, I do prefer to play it with the PlayStation pad. This guy's... looks like he's alright. Get whooped on. Whooped on hard. Dang. Lag. Let's get Could be a lag problem. I'm not trying to make excuses, but it does happen. This guy's not too bad.
Round 2. Fight.
Once they learn how to Shoryuken that, I'm pretty much finished. It's good with the throws. He's gonna beat me for sure. Yep. Yeah, he's got me. I'm really no good with Bison. I don't know why I try to be good with him. Got me. Yeah, I made a lot of scrub mistakes that time. I make a lot of scrub mistakes a lot of time on this game. As you can, this is what's gonna happen is, so my character still gets XP, but I lost 26 XP and he gained 66 XP, so he just probably won his very first match again in Street Fighter V against me, so props to that guy. So it kicks you back out to the main menu, and it will continue to look if you choose. Come on, you can do it. Has to reconnect to the fighting network. Why, I have no idea. But, there we go. So yeah, it'll continue to look for if you don't cancel. I'm just gonna go and cancel because you've pretty much seen everything this game has to offer at this point. You know, when the game updates itself later this month in March, I'll probably do another video telling you if it's gotten any better. One can only hope. But overall, I mean, it's not a horrible game. It's just lacking a myriad of features, and that's really disappointing for a $60 game. It's just really sad that this seems to be a consistent thing with AAA games, that they're only releasing part of the game and then, you know, slowly giving you the rest of it. Personally, I think this is bad business, but it's the age of DLC we live in. In my opinion, this t-shirt that I got in today from T-Fury, Street Fighter V, it has more features than this game. But that's just me. But it has everything that you need if you're a competitive fighter for Street Fighter. So if you're a Street Fighter lover, then sure, go ahead and drop the 60. It's eventually, in my thoughts, going to become a superior fighting game like its predecessors. I hope. So, I hope you enjoyed this quick little video review, and check out some of my other videos. Please like and subscribe, as always, and have a good one.